So I'm curious to see about that. I want to see more Hellblade 2 if we're going to get some of that, because when we saw that trailer at the Game Awards and we were sitting in that theater and that music kicked in and rocked everyone's socks, I was really impressed with that and seeing what the hardware could kind of do in engine there. I'm a sucker for FromSoft games. My heart's going to be broken when we don't see Elden Ring today, but it's been so long since it was announced. I need to see it somewhere and see that it still exists. And as long as I get a good...
Hey everybody, Dante Walton. I'm here to check out
Oh, wait, we got the world premiere voice
the Xbox Game Showcase.
Here when we come to our first world
premiere.
We're at the pre-show right now.
But yes, as you said,
yeah, so I've never bought any Xbox consoles. I'm admittedly a Nintendo fanboy. I do like Sony as well, but Nintendo's like my top thing. Sony would be second place, and like Microsoft would be like way in the bottom.
I feel like Halo was like my first
I don't know,
introduction
none of the
into,
exclusives have really like interested me enough
and why I should
for me to
play them,
justify buying like the whole console.
But that was like my first. It holds a
I'm
special
excited to
place in my
see,
heart.
you know, like what they're gonna show off today. I'm gonna keep an open mind, you know. Can they convince me to buy the Xbox Series X? I don't know.
So
Only time will tell.
I really want to see more about. I want to see gameplay. They haven't told us a whole lot about it, but I'm living for it. Like the Silent Hill music, everything. And Everwild is the other one I'm really interested for, like, to see more about, because both of those are kind of a mystery. I haven't seen much on them.
Oh, that's great, because as you said, there are lots of other games across the studios. Everwild that they teased last year at EXO from Rare looked really interesting. I agree. Hopefully we'll get to see something on that. Tim Schafer's got Psychonauts that, you know, they acquired that studio. Hopefully there'll be an update on that one. And they said Microsoft's got so many studios, so many games across the portfolio that I think we'll get hopefully some new game announcements and also some updates on those existing ones. Austin, you are one of the few people I think in the world that you know, got to check out Series X. I remember you did sort of, you got to check out Gears, how that was looking on the hardware and everything like that. So you have a really interesting perspective on this. What do you want to see at Xbox today?
So, I mean, I love the nerdy details, right? I want
I'm
to see the
gonna hold on. I'm gonna mute this for a second so I can talk a little bit about like what I think is gonna be shown off. Obviously, Halo Infinite is gonna be shown off. That's probably gonna kick off the whole thing. Probably Psychonauts too, like I said, since they acquired the studio. Things that I think would be cool would be, I don't know, see what else Rare might be working on. I think now is the perfect time for them to do a new Banjo-Kazooie game. Like, they really need to capitalize on Banjo-Kazooie being in Smash Brothers, you know. Conker's Bad Fur Day, like a new Conker game would be really awesome because I love that game on Nintendo 64. I'm curious, like what third-party games will be shown. Like, I wonder if this will finally be the place where they show Saints Row, the new Saints Row 5. Or maybe it's not far along enough yet, but I'm really looking forward to a new Saints Row. I love Saints Row so much. And funny enough, the only Saints Row I haven't played was the original Saints Row because it was exclusive to Xbox. So, yeah. Other than that, I really don't know what they're going to show.
A little bit different than PlayStation, that they're saying that all these games are going to show you today conceivably will still work on your current Xbox, will work on PC, and they might, you know, they work better on the new Xbox. But I'm curious for you guys, you know, how does that affect your sort of decision on what you're going to do with Xbox? Like, what's going to cause you to want to upgrade to the next system? Because it's different. That, you know, Halo, as you said, will work probably on, if you have an Xbox right now, it'll work on the current system. So I assume part of what they have to show today is why it's going to be even better on the next one.
Yeah,
I
think for
definitely what I expect.
Yeah, I think for me, what I like most about the Xbox that kind of sits in my house is, like, we always get Sony with their exclusives, and I would love to see some really cool exclusives come out of Microsoft today. It's the
right, yeah, because I really think Nintendo has the best exclusives. Sony has the
whole
second best
entertainment
exclusives.
aspect of my Xbox.
And Microsoft, to me at least, never had
the speed of
like
the
any
system
exclusives
and
that
kinda
are like must-haves for me.
I only
That
use my
justifies
PlayStation
me
for
buying the
gaming,
console.
but I really use my Xbox for almost
I
everything.
mean,
watch
I used to
Netflix
play
on it, I
Halo a
watch
little bit, like on
movies, and I
PC,
play my 4K
like multiplayer
Blu-rays and
sometimes with
everything
my
on it
friends
because
or
my
you know, with my
PlayStation
cousins
couldn't do that.
sometimes.
So
I would play
I'm really
sometimes
curious
during
to
middle
see
school.
how they
Actually, we
evolve
weren't
kind of
supposed to,
the
but
OS
we
of
would
the
play like
system
custom
and
maps and stuff.
make
It was really fun.
snappier and faster, and how you're able
But
to
past that,
switch
I'm
between games on the
haven't
fly,
really
and being
been
able to
interested too
have
much
all
in
of those old
Halo.
games be playable on the new one. They keep talking about backwards compatibility a lot, and how that's a big factor for them.
Right, and
I'm
the backwards
curious to see how
compatibility
far
is
that
like really
goes and how
big.
many games you can really
I really
play
wish
with that, and
Sony
how far they're pushing it and
do
stuff
that.
like
You know,
Game Pass has come out, and it's kind of a game changer, because there's so many times when I just go on
but yeah,
and I don't want to
that
buy
is
a new
rough.
game.
Game
but
Pass, that's
Game Pass is
crazy.
a good way of kind of trying it
xCloud.
out and testing
Like,
it. And
there's a
just
lot of good
downloading it
features
there
in
and
it,
playing
but
straight
it
away.
needs to
And
have
I really
good
love that
games. You know
aspect.
what I
So I
mean?
want to see how far they
If it
push
has
that,
games that I
and
can't play
xCloud, I
other
think,
anywhere else, then
is what their
that would
trump
make me
card
buy
will
the
be
new
this
Xbox.
time.
You know,
At least for me personally, the way I consume the media on my Xbox.
Yeah, no, I think
no,
that, as you said, the Game Pass is another big part of it. That, you know, a lot of these games now come out as part of Game Pass. I think Microsoft has said kind of all their first-party titles are in Game Pass, and that, I think, lets people sample more games. Right? It's no longer like you have to spend $60 to play everything. Austin, I wanted to ask you about the specs and the, you know, the frame rates and all that type of stuff. You know, you live in the world of tech and, you know, RDNA architectures and whatnot. Like, what do you think? What does that all mean to the gamers? Like, how do you think the games are going to be different, or what are the things we should look for here in you know, ray tracing and things like that? Like, what do you think are going to be some of the big leaps that we're going to see in some of these games, hopefully today?
So I think the interesting way of looking at sort of the previous generation, sort of Xbox One, PS4, going into this new generation, is that it's a much more well-rounded package, right? So you look at something like the Xbox Series X, spec-wise, it is equivalent to a very high-end gaming PC. That's not something we've seen in the console space for a long time, right? You look at the Xbox One, it had good graphics, right? It was able to provide some really impressive games. You look at something like Red Dead 2 running on an original Xbox One. It's really impressive that that was able to be sort of accomplished. But the thing is, this generation, with the Series X, we have not only the SSD, which I think people are going to very quickly get used to, not minute load times, but, you know, a few second load times. But also, you
right,
have
that's
that
something I'm really
powerful
excited
CPU,
for
which is going to
in
enable these bigger
this
open
next gen of
worlds,
consoles.
sort of more interesting looking physics. And then you have on the graphics side not only sort of more detailed things, and I think the higher frame rates are something that,
So far,
especially
I've
as more and
been
more TVs
pretty
developing
impressed with
that sort of
PlayStation
tech,
5, like what
people
they
are
can
going to really
offer.
start to appreciate.
I
But also
wonder
these
how
new features like ray tracing, right?
how
Which
this
just going to
showcase is
help
going to
ground
stack
these
up to the
worlds in a much
PS5
more
event.
sort of realistic sort of,
Because they had a lot of good
location. Like, I
games
guess
in that event.
for me, it's more about making
That
the console
Spider-Man,
a much more complete
Bug
package,
Snacks,
right?
which
You're
I
not
know
sort of sacrificing because you're
is not like
playing
one of the big
on your
AAA
PC
games,
versus
but
your
something
Xbox
I'm
or
really
anything.
excited
Like, you're going
for.
to be getting a very similar level of performance. And in a lot of cases, something like the Series X is going to be significantly more powerful than any other gaming device in your home.
Yep. All right. Well, hopefully we're going to get to see some of that. Lauren, you get the last word here. Anything you're hoping is a surprise today? You talked about some of the games we know about, like the Medium and Everwild. Anything that you're secretly hoping they show here in some way?
You know, I was looking yesterday to see if there was anything I could think of that, like, they could surprise me with. I've personally been more of like PC gamer, PlayStation, so if they can surprise me and pull me in with more like Xbox exclusives, I mean, Game Pass has been a game changer for me. I've been using that a lot lately. So just like bringing me into that ecosystem, if they can do that, like, then they've surprised me. So
No, and that's
Yeah,
that's part
same
of what they're
here.
trying to do here. Is you said, you know, you can play all this stuff on your PC, you can play, you know, on your phone via xCloud, and, like, you know, bringing more games to more people. So as you said, hopefully we'll see a bunch of games today, right? And we know Halo is going to be a big focus, but obviously they've got a lot of other things to fill out that hour.
I know
All right,
from
well,
like a lot of
thanks,
Halo fans that they
Lauren,
haven't been
Austin,
too
and,
impressed with the
Jack.
last
We
like few
will,
games,
see
probably
you
since like
guys,
Halo 3, I
later.
think.
We'll all be watching
But
live. And we do have
hopefully they'll
some
be
special
happy.
world premieres through this
If
show.
I'm
We've
even
got a
impressed by
number.
it,
I think
then
we've got over, I think, a
I'm
half
sure they
dozen
might
things
be
we're going
happy
to show you
too.
guys over the next 45 minutes here to give you a little preview of some stuff that will be coming to Xbox. And we're going to start right now with this world premiere
Oh,
announcement. Check it
here's
out.
the first world premiere, guys.
World premiere.
Square Enix. Dragon Quest 11. Okay.
You're the reincarnation of the Luminary.
Know this.
Wait, but this is not going to be definitive edition, is it? That was on Switch,
Will bring naught but misery to our realm.
or is it?
A hero will surely arise to take the sword in hand once more.
堀裕二です。1986年に日本で第1作目となるドローンクエストというロールプレイングゲームを発売して今年で34周年を迎えました。今回シリーズ本編最新作のドローンクエスト 11S が Xbox プラットフォームで発売され、さらにゲームパスにも登場します。
So there's 11S, but I don't know if that's the same as the 11S Definitive Edition. Oh wow, so this is the first Dragon Quest to ever be on Xbox. That's pretty big actually. They honestly could have put that in the showcase, but in my opinion, not really into Dragon Quest. I played a little bit of the demo of this on Switch. It's not really my thing, but honestly, obviously people love it so much, especially in Japan. So, yeah. And if they can get like big support from Japanese studios and games and try to capture the Japanese audience, that'll be really big for Xbox. I know they struggle to sell in Japan, especially the Xbox One. I know like sold like really poorly in Japan. But then again, most of these people probably would have already played it either on PlayStation already or on the Switch. But we'll see.
Xbox プラットフォームに登場する日本の RPG の音、ドラゴンクエスト11。
Oh yeah, it is the Definitive Edition. Wow, I really thought that would have been exclusive to Switch. That's crazy. I know my brother played that game on Switch.
There you go, Dragon Quest coming for the first time to Xbox, and now we're gonna get right into another world premiere. This is a brand new game announcement, a smaller team and studio that has a new title to announce today on the pre-show, so take a look at this.
Twisted Red, I'm not familiar. Reminds me a lot of Halo so far. Oh no, but it has like mechs and like stuff like that. It's actually different. So it's like Halo Power Rangers kind of. Exo Mecha. Okay. Didn't really leave much of an impression on me, but.
All right, that's Exomecha, a brand new free-to-play game
free-to-play.
coming in late 2021, and that's a first look at that. We do have more new games and some cool stuff. We've got something very cool to wrap up the pre-show as our last premiere that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So stick around, and of course, at the top of the hour, we're going to get a look at a lot of the first-party games from Microsoft.
Oh, okay, so that's why.
The world
seems like all the third-party
Halo Infinite
games will be in the pre-show.
Right now,
so
though,
that's
we're going to
why.
turn to our second panel to preview what we're hoping, all our hopes and dreams for Xbox today. Joining me first off is Aaron Hansen from the Game Grumps. Aaron, you ready for blanks?
Oh, dude, you're way ahead of me, brother. I was all blinked up, and you just brought the heat, man.
You've been waiting all summer for this moment. Will the time sweeper return? All right, good to have you with us, Aaron. We've got Danny O'Dwyer from No Clip. Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man? I'm just really happy for Aaron to get his blinks. He's been waiting for like, was it a month since we talked on PlayStation? You know, forget all these new studios and all these new games that all their acquisitions are going to do. It's all about the blinks.
Bring back the time sweeper, right? That's clearly the closer of the show, right? You must know something. And finally, we've got Alana Pierce joining us.
Yeah, I like Alana
Hey,
Pierce.
how you doing?
I'm doing great. All right, you're
She
off
got the
shipper.
Halo
We're ready to go. This is
background.
Xbox Day. Gonna be hopefully some excitement for all of us with what Xbox has in store. So we joked about Blinks, but Xbox has a lot of franchises, a lot of history in gaming
Blinks.
over the past 20 years. I'm going to open with the same question I had for the last panel. What are your hopes? What are your expectations? What do you want to see from Xbox in this next hour that's going to, convince you that they've got a lot of great stuff and, charting the future of gaming? Aaron, let's take Blinks off the table. Beyond that, what else can they do for you today?
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, man, I want to know what the heck's going on with Exomecha, because that, I was not expecting.
Oh, that's cool. He has
something
the
holy
Haunted
crap,
Mansion
More
paintings.
action.
in the
that
background.
appealed to my 80s, early 90s culture mind. I was just like, it's just big silver robots punching each other, and there's a robot dragon, I guess, that breathes fire. Great, I'm in. Let's do it.
All right, so Exomecha clearly at the top of the pile. They've already won you over, Danny. You visit a lot of studios around the world when we can. Hear about them. Hear their stories. No Clip, you do some incredible documentaries. From your perspective, what does Xbox have to do today? What do you want to see in this hour showcase?
Well, we've had Microsoft, doing a lot of acquisitions over the past couple of years, and a lot of studios that were sort of working on games, perhaps, or working on smaller games for them. So I think what I'm excited for today is for a bunch of those studios to maybe show something off. So one studio we visited earlier this year was Obsidian, who were working on Grounded. They've been acquired by Microsoft in the interim.
Right,
just
I forgot
prior to
that
So
Microsoft
I'm interested to see if
Microsoft
we'll
has been a lot of good
what everyone
studios.
hopes, which is a big budget Obsidian role-playing game. That's kind of on my top list of things I'd like to see. And then the other one is what's happened to Fable. Obviously, in the past couple of, Lionhead isn't around anymore. There's a lot of rumor
Fable.
that Playground, who work on the Forza series, may have sort of taken up the mantle on that. It's been rumored that they've
I
been
know a lot
working
of
on
people
some sort
love
of
Fable and been really
role-playing game as
looking
well.
forward to
So
this.
those are kind of
I
the
can already
two
tell
that I'm
Alana
looking
Pierce is
to
gonna
see.
say
Just
that she's
anything
excited
else
for
from the rest
Fable.
of their
I think I
acquisitions,
heard her
like
say
Double
that
Fine.
before.
I'm sure they're a small team, so I'm sure they're not running multiple projects, but you never know. Maybe they're in early concept phase on
Man,
something.
I can't believe they bought Double Fine.
No, I think RPGs is a great genre, right?
That's
Where
another
Xbox
reason why
has done lots of action games, but doing
they're becoming
RPG
more and more
stuff, I
enticing
think,
because
is
they're buying
certainly
all
an
the good
opportunity for
studios
them,
up. You know what I mean?
to show some great
They bought
stuff
Obsidian.
in
They
the
bought
RPG
Double Fine.
genre. Alana, what's I know you've been fan of Gears. You've been fans of you're excited about Cyberpunk that's coming out. That obviously will be on all systems, but on Xbox as well. What do you want to see from Team Xbox this morning?
Also Blinks. No, I'm kidding. I love Fable. I really want a new
Yeah, I
Fable.
knew she was
like
gonna
Danny
say Fable.
said, it's rumored that Playground Games are working on it, and I buy that rumor. They hired a lot of people from a lot of studios known for making really big games, including Rockstar and Guerrilla. So I really, really, really want to see Fable. I love that world, and I feel like there's something so pleasant about a British RPG, like the humor captured in the original Fable game. I just love so much, and obviously Peter Molyneux would no longer be attached, so that changes things, but that's what I really, really want. Also really obviously excited to see more Halo. I'm very curious to see if any of the Perfect Dark rumors hold up, because I also love Perfect Dark. But to get away from games hype, I really want to know more about xCloud. I'm kind of hoping that we hear a little bit about xCloud and what they're planning to do with that in the future after that Game Pass announcement, which is super exciting. So those are my big three.
No, I think you're right. There's such an interesting story there around what's happening with Xbox Live, with Game Pass, this idea of, having the, a subscription sort of approach, right? Versus buying $60 games time and again. It seems like part of Microsoft's approach is, very Netflix-like, and that you're going to sort of get all these games, all this content, and that'll mean
Man, I wish the
big
other
games, but also
companies
potentially
did that
smaller
too.
games that people
If
are more likely
Nintendo
to
did
sample.
that, that'd be
I
so
think
crazy.
is, a huge opportunity here to see
throughout all the
diversity of
different,
content. There'll be some stuff for the super core
systems in the
gamers,
past.
but maybe some stuff that's a little broader.
That's what the
in its appeal
Nintendo
too.
Switch Online should be.
Let's talk about Halo.
Like a little
They've
bit
done a
of
very good job over the past
a
week
selection
hyping
of like
everyone up
a few games from every
around,
single console,
Master Chief's
and they
return.
rotate in and
Seems
out.
like
or,
a bit of a spiritual reboot in a way of
that'd be
Halo.
really
I mean,
awesome.
we saw the kind of key
You can,
art,
like,
the
stream
box art
them,
yesterday, where it's like very
or maybe if you
reminiscent
want to keep
of
them
the
permanently, you can
original
buy them.
Halo
That'd be
Combat
cool.
Evolved. We know we're going to see the campaign today. We saw think it was last year at E3 we saw kind of or we've actually the past 2 E3s we saw kind of teaser assets for Infinite. Originally we saw kind of the engine, and then last year we saw sort of an in-game sequence, or at least rendered in engine. What are your hopes? What does Halo have to do? Obviously a legendary franchise. I think there's a big opportunity here for them, but it's a very competitive space with first-person action games right now. What do you want to see in a new Halo? What will convince you that Halo's back on top?
More Chief, less Locke. That's my number one.
I think we'll get that.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel like that's something that they've really focused on, and I know that they got a lot of criticism for the story, and I'm actually, from what I've heard, Halo Infinite's development got pushed a little bit because they reworked the narrative after people were so upset about the Locke focus of the last game. Halo's an interesting one in that I don't want it to shift too far from classic Halo, because that's sort of been with me my whole life. But I would also, same token, like a story like an ODST. I really liked the way that was told. I feel like that's really unlikely, but I want a groundbreaking story. I want something that kicks me in the feels like Reach did, or like ODST did. But with the lore and the nerdiness of probably a Halo 2, just as long as Chief's with me the whole way, I'm gonna be good though.
Yes, as you said, a focus on Master Chief. In terms of the style of gameplay, Danny, we see kind of first-person games going in different directions, co-op with other sort of, aspects to it. The sandbox style of Halo is something that I think people really like, the skirmishes and whatnot in the gameplay. Does that still hold up in 2020, or what do you, when you see this demo or gameplay footage, what are you going to be looking for that's going to cue to you like Halo's back?
Yeah, I think that's the big sort of question on this. When we first saw Infinite, it was around the time that big sort of shift into games as a service was happening, where games like The Division and, I mean, Destiny is obviously the sort of most obvious one, where we're turning into these platforms that we're getting catered to with new content over and over and over again. And obviously the word Infinite sort of implied something along those lines. So I'm really interested to see, Halo, when it first came around, and then when it had its sort of like soft reboot in a way with Halo 3, it's sort of like re-emergence. I feel like it was very much a game that was pushing both single player and multiplayer, and also just a lot of interconnectivity with different types of modes and stuff. So it's always been on this sort of bleeding edge of like gameplay design. And the other side of it that I'm really interested in is just how the Slipspace engine works, because they've had access to the hardware, or they've known what the hardware was going to be like longer than anyone. So really, we always look at the Forzas as the, beautiful showcases for new hardware, but I think in the same way, whatever we see from that gameplay is going to give us...
Forza is another game that's probably most definitely going to be shown off here. I feel like they always show off Forza.
No, that's a great point. I think, as you said, this is hopefully a bar of what we can look for visually and in terms of gameplay and the experience with it. Aaron, are you much of a Halo guy besides the Blink skin or something like that? What's going to convince you that this is the first-person action game to get?
Well, for me, Halo's always all been about multiplayer, right? So, like, I was never huge for the single-player campaigns. I always played online, always played with friends. And the thing that I really hope is that there's sort of like a dedication to the old style of Halo, right? Like, I feel like every game nowadays is like heroes this, heroes that. And I love Overwatch, but if we're playing Halo, I want to go back to Deathmatch. I want to go back to Capture the Flag, King of the Hill. Like, I'm way into that kind of gameplay. So if they can like modernize that and make it still have that sort of, like it feels new. It doesn't feel like, oh, they're just re-releasing Halo or like Unreal Tournament or something. That's what I'm looking forward to, is what can they do with multiplayer.
I'll take a re-release of Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, there we go.
Also, I did like Halo 5 multiplayer. I was actually okay with that. I am just more scared about kind of what you said, Danny, that they're going to Destiny-ify the single-player campaign, which is a very profitable thing to do. So I get why studios want to do that, but I'm scared.
Yeah, I know you said how they blend single and multiplayer, and it sounds like they're talking about campaigns. I don't know if we're even going to get much on the multiplayer, so you said how that's all going to blend together and how they're going to, all these
I've only ever played multiplayer.
Like, what is this? What are we actually seeing? Is that a co-op? Is that single player?
It's funny because generally I like
Xbox
story modes better than multiplayer modes.
Break down some of what we see, and hopefully we'll get some information in the show as well about what they're doing with Halo. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. We will all watch everything together here at the top of the hour. We are about 30 minutes away from the live Xbox game showcase. We don't know where it's going to start or where it's going to end, but the one thing we do know is that Halo Infinite is going to be there, and we've got the countdown clock up there as well, so you guys can wait with us. But we've got much more to talk about when we've got some more world premieres to show you guys. Right now, we've got an update on a game that is coming out later this year. You just saw it at Ubisoft Forward.
At Watch Dogs, right?
At Watch Dogs.
I'm really excited for this game. They have been marketing more on Xbox, I noticed, than on PlayStation, but it's going to come to both.
It's fucked. But don't worry, we've got a best man on the case. Because if anyone can fix this mess, it's this smooth bastard super spy. Oh. Well, looks like we're recruiting. It's a state of emergency.
Move in and lock down the city.
In the chaos, private armies have taken the streets.
Albion Security's contract has been extended indefinitely.
A crooked spy agency lurks in the shadows.
It's basic tradecraft. Want to sell a lie, weave it into the truth.
And organised crime has grabbed the old city by the bollocks.
The Kellys have got a human organ black market.
No, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I?
The government's literally letting Albion shoot us in the street.
You need to build a resistance. Recruit anyone in the whole city. And I really mean anyone. Genius hackers. Hard grafters. Idiots. Everyday people with something to fight for.
I really like that aspect of recruiting anybody from the city, and there seem like certain classes, you know what I mean? I wonder how many like archetypes or classes there really are. Because I'm guessing for the most part, like all paramedics will behave similarly and have the same like power-ups and items and stuff. Same goes for all police officers, all construction workers, all spies, etc. I do know there's like certain like ways that they differ. Like maybe sometimes they have hiccups, so it's harder for stealth. Sometimes they walk slower.
It's about to get real.
Whatnot, so that part's cool. And now to see they look different. I wonder how many like different classes or whatever they're called that are really going to be in the game. If there's a good amount, then yeah. October 29th.
All right, well, as we
they didn't really show much
few
new in that
times,
trailer,
we are
but
going
it was
to
still a
get
cool trailer.
First look at the campaign of Halo Infinite, and I asked a friend of mine what he wants to see in a brand new Halo. You may know Ninja for many things over the past few years, but he actually started and created quite a stir with all his awesome Halo gaming and gameplay back in the day. So without further ado, let's hear from Ninja about what he wants to see in a brand new Halo. Tyler, take it away.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm excited to see what Xbox has in store.
Rest in peace to
Here's
Mixer.
what I want out of Halo. If Halo Infinite can just give us a incredible campaign to close out just a classic series with a beautiful ending and a matchmaking / multiplayer system where the ranking system is unique and it works, and just really amazing iconic maps. I feel like a lot of people loved the Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo 3 maps that came out. They just felt so fun, whether it be super bouncing from Halo 2, nading all the weapons off and learning all that in Halo 1, and just the flow of Halo 3. It was just something so incredible. Played all of them, I love them all, and if Halo Infinite can just get that down, get some of those things down, right? Give us amazing weaponry, right? Weapon gameplay.
I see the
The
cloud
Halo 1 classic
wallpaper.
Pistol, the Halo 2 battle rifle, the Halo 3 battle rifle, and sniper. I think they it'll
I wonder
be
if they're
really
gonna
fun,
announce
and I'm just excited to see what they have in store.
Final Fantasy VII remake coming to Xbox.
Awesome. Well, we'll see.
It might
how
be
much
too
of
early
comes
for that,
true.
because I know
Hopefully at the top of the hour, we'll
PlayStation
get a look
had
at
like I
Halo
think a
Infinite, thanks to
1-year
Ninja for joining
exclusivity.
us on the show. Now it is time to get to another
They could
world
still
premiere,
probably
a net
announce
new
it
game that
in,
you haven't heard about.
in
And
advance.
this one comes from my country, my home province of Ontario, Canada. I saw this and got excited about the brand new game from a smaller studio that you haven't heard about, but I think looks pretty cool. Check out this world premiere.
Okay, from Canada. Oh, I saw a little flash of something. Okay, Canada, let's see what you got. Interesting. The voxel art style looks pretty cool, actually. Cocoa cucumber. You know, I'm getting like that 80s throwback feel. You know. I'm really digging the art style. The lighting, like in particular, looks really, really good with the art style. Echo generation. Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Definitely some Stranger Things vibes to that
Yeah.
one. Echo Generation with the hockey smash. Very exciting. All right, now it's time to get to another world premiere. Check this out. Oh, wait, we got YouTube creators, first of all. Sorry. I get so excited. I think there are more world premieres coming. We do have more coming, don't worry. But right now, actually, we're going to hear from a number of YouTube creators around the world to hear what they're looking forward to from Xbox, hopefully at the top of the hour. So let's check this out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Garu and I'm a content creator on YouTube, and today I'm so much excited for this Xbox event because with this we're gonna get ourselves the brand new Halo stuff. And I used to play Halo back in 2011 and 2012, and I just used to spend hours and hours making a map on Halo 3 than actually playing the game. Me and my friends, we used to be like, okay, let's just put that over there, let's put this over there, and literally we used to come back from school and we used to mess around with maps and all that stuff. And it just used to be a fun game in general. Can anyone forget about these skulls? Like, we used to have to like go ahead and collect them. Like, I could go in for hours on Halo, okay? Because with those skulls, we could actually go ahead and try out different stuff. And there just used to be so many variations in the game on its own. There used to be co-op, there used to be 1v1, King of the Hill, Juggernaut, and so many game modes in general. So I'm super excited for the brand new release of this game, because especially for content creators out there, there's gonna be so much stuff to make content on. Especially, you know, there's gonna be campaign, and plus if you guys make content on multiplayer, we can go on replay file on theater mode and capture some cool moments that we actually had in the game. So I really wish in the brand new Halo we get ourselves the co-op game mode. With that, you know, the 1v1 still remains, and all the fun game modes that we used to have in Halo 3, I still wish those still remain, because that will definitely bring back a lot of memories. So yeah, my name is Garu, and hopefully you guys are excited for this brand new game and for the event. Peace out.
Hey guys, Metal Jesus here.
Hey,
I
Metal
vividly
Jesus.
remember buying my very first Xbox. I have it right here. It is the beautiful, translucent Halo Edition Xbox. When I first saw this machine, I absolutely fell in love with it. So ahead of its time, and so many great AAA games as well as hidden gems. And then when it came time for the Xbox 360, well, this was my machine of choice right here. I have the special edition E3 2005 faceplate on here. And check this out. This was back when you had to have an external Wi-Fi adapter. It wasn't built into the machine, but man, I have so many great memories playing awesome games on this. Now, when it comes to the Xbox One, I'll admit I was a bit late to the party on that one, but I eventually did pick up the Xbox One X. You see the Gears edition here, and I have to say I was blown away by this. It's excellent hardware, and the games are absolutely amazing on it. And so, from what I've seen so far of the Xbox Series X,
I'm not really a fan of the Xbox controllers in particular.
and performance, plus they've added a bunch of first-party developers over the last couple of years, and there is that awesome backwards compatibility, which is important.
Yeah,
for
that's a
collectors like
huge
me.
thing, the
Yeah,
backwards
definitely, it's
compatibility.
pretty cool, and I want to learn more.
Every console should
Hola
be like
amigas,
that.
amigos, yo soy Antrax. Wow, Halo. ¿Qué recuerdos tengo con este título, con este juego? Hizo mi infancia la más divertida de todas. Recuerdo que con el Halo 3 la campaña me la pasé en todos los modos posibles, en solitario y con amigos. El modo en línea, una chulada, lo mejor del mundo. Después con el Halo Reach lloré con la campaña, las cinemáticas son perfectas. Con Halo 4 recuerdo que mi primer trabajo, entré a trabajar para poder pagar el juego. Y entonces eso me ha causado una gran felicidad todo el tiempo con Halo. Es un juego que hizo mi infancia, mi adolescencia, y estoy seguro que lo voy a jugar hasta que me muera. Y lo que se viene con este nuevo título, nueva entrega, estoy seguro que va a ser lo mejor.
Hey, Summer Game Fest audience, Lamar Wilson here.
Hey,
And here are the
Lamar
5
Wilson.
games that I'm looking forward to them announcing today. So the first one is Halo Infinite. Now, I came into Halo late with Halo 5. I know.
The
but I
audio
loved it
is
so much and
out
I
of
can't wait to
sync.
see what's next. Then there's a new game from Rare called Everwild. It just looks amazing and breathtaking. I have no idea what the game's about, but I want to see it. Number 3, I definitely want to see a Gear 6. This is going to be a game really about revenge and taking the horde out at the center.
He's wearing a
at the literal
Nintendo
core,
shirt.
Hopefully.
Oh no, it's not just
Now, number
Nintendo.
4, since we're talking
It's
about
different
Gears,
consoles. Okay, so
why
that's
not
acceptable.
a Lego's Gear Saga? You know, they did the Funko Pop thing on mobile, but what about Lego? Like, I would actually like to play that, so they need to announce that today. Now, finally, Cuphead 2. I know. Now, Cuphead 1
Oh, I wonder if they're
gonna
gonna finally show more of the
games ever, but for some reason,
Lego Star Wars
I just
Skywalker
want
Saga
more.
game.
Why do I want more? Man, am I crazy? Yes.
Didn't they show it off on
Yes, I am.
Xbox, like E3 or something?
Lamar fully decked out his Xbox gear, ready for the show, and it was so cool to have gamers from around the world joining us from India and Mexico, and obviously here in the United States, because one of the things I think we found this year more than ever is that games bring us together, and people are watching all around the world. So I want to say hello to everyone watching this special event, where hopefully we're all just going to be excited about games.
Yeah, something's
as
up with the
we
audio.
watch through it. And the stream is coming up in about 18 minutes. You can watch it live right here on this feed. We're going to go right into it, and then immediately afterwards, we've got our exclusive post show with guests, some of the developers featured in the showcase, and Aaron Greenberg from Xbox will be joining us to answer questions, and we'll also have some creators join us as well to grade, see how Xbox did based on our expectations, and we'll also do a poll on Twitter, so make sure to vote on that. But right now, it is time to get to another world premiere. This is a sequel to a game that if you watch YouTube Let's Plays and YouTube gaming videos, you've probably seen. Check this out.
Come on, be Saints Row, please. Oh, what's it called? Hello Neighbor? Or wait, what's that game called? I think so, right? I've never even seen gameplay of it, but I know that it was a popular game. What is this game even about? I'm a little bit lost, but okay. Yeah, so it's called Hello Neighbor. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are excited for that, but I was just more lost
There it is.
than anything
Hello,
else, to be
Neighbor
honest.
2, and we've got some more games still to come, and we are 14 minutes away from the start of the showcase from Xbox. It's going to last almost exactly 1 hour, so there'll be an hour showcase in 15 minutes, and then our post-show afterwards. But right now, we're going to take a look at the ID at Xbox program, a great program this week, actually. If you're on Xbox, there's a Summer Game Fest demo event, over 70 games that you can download and preview for free.
That's really
one of the
cool.
big things I wanted to do with Summer Game Fest was give
Too bad I don't
everyone
have an
a
Xbox,
chance to
so.
play more games at home, and I want to thank the team at Xbox for putting that together in these unusual circumstances where we don't have big consumer events to go and play games. But right now, let's take a look at ID at Xbox, and there are some glimpses of some new games in here as well. Check it out.
That seems interesting. For that game, 12 minutes, it was cool how that was like a top-down perspective. Kind of like looks like a security camera, kind of. Oh, that's cool. Seems like a 3D, like, beat 'em up. Like Streets of Rage or something, Final Fight, Double Dragon, those type of games.
There you go, Shredder's snowboarding game. I missed my SSX, so that one looks really good. And lots of great games coming to the ID at Xbox program that we're excited about. All right, now though, we have a pretty cool brand new game to show you. This comes from a legendary game creator, and when I saw this and the journey he wants to take us on with this game, I was really excited and honored to have the opportunity to share this with you. So this is a bit of a longer piece, but it takes you into the world of a brand new game from a special creator in Japan. Please check this out.
Oh wait, who's it? Who?
Hello, Xbox ファンの皆様、スクエアエニックスの中裕二です。今日は皆様に不思議な物語をお届けに参ります。
Wow, so they really got Square Enix on board. Well, Yuji Naka at least.
新しいブランドを立ち上げました。そしてここにいる昔ソニックやナイツを一緒に作った大島直人と20年ぶりにタッグを組んでアクションゲームを。
It does look like Knights. The art style looks a lot like Knights.
知った時はびっくりしました。
僕も驚いたよ。
しかしこうしてまた一緒にタッグを組んでゲームを作れること、そして僕たちの得意とするゲーム作りとスクエアエニックスが得意とする物語や音楽とが合わさり、誰も体験したことのない新しいゲームを世界中の皆様にお届けできることをとても嬉しく思います。
今日僕たちが皆様にお届けするのはアクションゲームのすべてを詰め込んだアクションゲームオブアクションゲーム、バランワンダーワールドです。アクションゲームにミュージカルの世界観を持ち込んでボタン一つでたくさんの衣装能力を使い進んでいくゲームになります。
苦悩や葛藤、 人は誰しもがポジティブな気持ちとネガティブな気持ち
So I
のバ
wonder
ラン
like
スを保
what
ち
the
ながら生きています。
gameplay really is.
しかしそのバランスが崩れた時、あなたはバランシアターに迷い込みます。悩める12人のキャストたちの新象世界をあなたはさまざまなアクションを駆使して進んでいきます。アクションの一つ一つが衣装に割り当てられており、その数はなんと80種類を超えます。衣装を次々に着替えながら各ステージに散りばめられた謎を解き、そしてネガティブな気持ちにとらわれてしまったキャストたちの心をあなたの
The only other game that I
取り
remember,
戻してあげてください。
like at least this century, that only uses like one single button was Kirby Air Ride, and that worked pretty well. So.
シリーズ X にももちろん対応し、片方のコンソールを持っていればどちらでも遊んでいただけるスマートデリバリーにも対応する予定です。世界中の皆様に 4K の最高画質で本作の世界を隅々まで楽しんでいただけます。ワンダーワールドの世界で皆様をお待ちしています。最後に今日は全世界初公開の映像も
Okay, that's what I say. Like, I need to see some gameplay because I'm kind of need to see this for myself.
Balan Wonderworld, a strange and mysterious land that you visit when you come to a turning point in life.
The character design is pretty interesting, but it does look a lot like, you know, like Knights, especially that character. I don't know his name, with like the white top hat. Reminds me a lot of Knights. And also a bit of like Billy Hatcher. I don't know if he also worked on that game or not, but it does remind me a little bit of that too. Okay, this part looks like Sonic.
80 different costumes, unlocking unique actions and abilities.
No, it's Tasmanian Devil? Okay. That's Sonic. Seems interesting.
Look into your hearts to discover what's most precious.
Also a little bit of Kingdom Hearts vibe. Just a little bit. But it definitely seems like a Sega style game.
Is an adventure.
Hey, I need to see a little bit more, but that did so far. That's besides Watch Dogs Legions. That's the game that piqued my interest the most. Of the new games, I should say. This is the one that piqued my interest the most.
There it is, the announcement of Balan Wonderland. Knights was such a special and important game to me. I want to thank Nakasan and Square Enix for sharing that world premiere announcement with us here on the pre-show. There's even more good stuff, though, coming up at the top of the hour. We are just 6 minutes away, so we're going to have another group join us here as we count down in the final 5 minutes. We got Matt Pat joining us live
Okay,
from
Matt
the
Pat.
Game Theorist headquarters.
It's over. I could check out right now. I am sold. Balan Wonderworld, #1 game. Over. Stand aside Halo Infinite. That was what I needed to see.
I was going to say, I was pretty excited when we got that. I'm like, okay, this pre-show is going to be pretty good. That's an exciting announcement. Yeah, just to have those guys back doing that. So, yeah, I agree with you, Matt Pat. All right, we've also got JD Witherspoon
Hey,
joining
JD.
us. What's up, Ron? How you doing?
I like this guy a lot.
Yo, I'm chilling, man. I'm looking at this countdown for the showcase. I'm ready to put my helmet on and get it going, but I'm like, let's talk real quick.
I was going to say, we got 5 minutes, and joining us also is Allegra Frank from Vox. Allegra, how you doing?
Hey, I'm really good now. Like, after Balan Wonderland, I'm with Matt. Yo, that's it. That's the end of the show for me.
We done. Yeah, no, it's nice, happy, uplifting. We need a game like that. So that was, yeah, a pretty good way to end the pre-show. It hopefully means there's even more big surprises coming in the main show. And let's talk about this. You guys are going to join us afterwards as well to react to what we see. So let's kind of get the preview. Balan Wonderland, but what else? What do you guys? Let me put it this way. What does Microsoft need to do to get an A from you watching this conference? So what's it going to take? Let's start with you, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, to me, we all know Halo Infinite is the big gem in their crown, right? Like, that's the piece that they're selling, the killer app. That is their killer app. But to me, you know, as a mild Halo fan, I want to see what is the other thing that's going to get me to buy this system in particular. And if it's not a neon green skin like we saw for the earlier Xbox generations to coat that big like obelisk that you're buying with Xbox Series X, Balan Wonderland or Balan Wonder World might have sold it for me. It looks like exactly the sort of game that I need in 2020, that the world needs in 2020, and it hits me right in the nostalgia feel. So I needed another killer app for this system, and that might have been it.
Wow. All right. You guys are done in the pre-show. I like it. There are already high marks. JD, we know we're going to see Halo. Seems like you're sufficiently hyped if you've got your Master Chief helmet. What's it going to take to get an A from you in the post-show grade?
Well, I mean, obviously Halo. I would love for them to take Halo Infinite and use it to be showcased the same way they showcased Halo 2 from the E3 2005 world premiere. I remember that. They did the gameplay mixed in with cutscenes. And then, I mean, I believe we talked about Fable a little bit earlier. I believe Fable 4 would be great. I don't know if they've ever put out that last Fable. I'm not sure. I have to go back. And then for me personally, I want a new Matrix video game. I know that no one in the chat wants that, but hey, remember Enter the Matrix? That was fire. Remember that bullet time? Yo, bring me back. Matrix
Yeah,
4
I remember that.
right now.
Intersected with the movies and stuff. Yeah, all right. That's a wild prediction that we're gonna get a new Matrix.
We're definitely not gonna get
They used
Matrix.
Keanu last year, so you never know. Bring him back again.
Maybe for the new movie.
Allegra, I know you're excited about Balan, what they're doing. What else will it take to hype you up to an A grade in the post show?
Right. I mean, everything that's excited me in the pre-show is pretty much what I would also want in the post-show, which is interesting, sort of inventive, newer IP. Like, I'm not a big, Halo nerd or Watch Dogs or just anything with a number after it, unless it's some, like, bizarre number that has nothing to do with the game. Like, if it's a sequel, I'm pretty much out. But I would love to see more from Tell Me Why by Don't Nod. I would love to see some actual
Don't Nod,
like
yeah.
gameplay and a good emphasis on that, because it really brings an interesting amount of diversity.
I really like
to
Life is
Xbox,
Strange a
but
lot.
in general, I like to be really surprised whether or not it's some, Final Fantasy exclusive that's making its way onto the Xbox for the first time, or just some game we've never heard of before from some small, exciting studio. I mean, that's always what wins me over. Also, Keanu Reeves, if he shows up again, I mean, that would be really
Keanu
great.
Reeves. But yeah, like original games, that'd be really
never
good.
know. I think
Because
he's
so
in
far
fill in for Matrix, but hey, it's
their
virtual, so
franchises,
this thing is this year anyone can show up because around
just
the
call
world we
him
can
in.
connect.
the
with
franchises
people.
that they have so
And
far,
it's
I'm
so
not too
different
impressed with.
to not be with
Brand
you
new
guys,
games that
with
may interest
5,000
me, that's
people at
totally
Microsoft
possible.
Theater, getting to see this stuff, but we are literally just about a minute away here from going live. You guys are going to join us afterwards. You've got your Master Chief helmet. And I want to thank everyone for joining us exclusively here on YouTube for the pre-show for the Xbox event. It's going to be about 2 minutes until we go, so maybe one last quick rapid fire here. JD's got his helmet on. How do you guys think they're going to open the show? What do you think the first thing is?
Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
They're gonna open it up with
Start with
Halo.
the big guns. They know that's what everyone's here for, and then everything else is kind of icing on the cake.
Allegra, do you agree, or do you want
Yeah,
some weird,
no.
wacky ideas?
It's going to be Halo, which for someone who doesn't really care about Halo, I would love, because I need a bathroom break. So,
Oh,
sorry, JD.
The chat just lit up. He's going to take a bathroom break.
Oh,
All right,
man.
but hey, we got
She
Balan.
did
and
him
yeah, that's
dirty,
part of the
wow.
fun is that We don't know what they're going to do, and they've been very quiet. They've just said Halo, but beyond that, they've really not told us anything else about what games are going to be in there. So you said, tell me why. Great example.
So Saints Row is probably not going to be there.
That we know they're making that hopefully we'll have updates
because
on.
it feels like that's
And
going to
then
be
I
first party
imagine, I know
games.
for a fact there will be some new games announced in this showcase, and it's exciting to watch it live here on YouTube. Well, Matt, JD, Allegra, thanks for joining us. You guys are going to be with us afterwards. We're going to react to the press conference, see how Microsoft did, and then we're going to have some guests, some of the developers and some of the games featured in the show. We're going to have interviews with them, and Xbox's Aaron Greenberg will be joining us live to break down some of the news. So enjoy it, watch it live here, the Xbox Games Showcase, an hour of games right here on YouTube.
All right. Oh, it's definitely going to start off with Halo. What is this song? With the system, it's just like a giant break, pretty much. I'm not really feeling the design of the console itself, but hey, if the console itself is good, it's good, you know. Oh, Halo, right? I knew they had to start off with Halo Infinite.
Exosuit is now complete.
Mjolnir exosuit?
Even though this technology will save humanity in the war to come, I must remind myself, liquid crystal cannot rise on its own.
So for the graphics on the Xbox Series X have been really, really impressive. So that's one thing you can't deny. And apparently it's going to be really, really powerful too. So the suit looks really clean though. Can't deny that.
It all means nothing.
Man, those wrinkles. So detailed. Oh, I like the little piano riff. The dun, 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 dun. You also can't deny the Halo theme. Crazy good. Iconic. Okay, so here's the demo. So I feel seems like this is going to be actual gameplay.
This is a punishment, right? Yep, this is death. No. This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on, shit. No. No. You can't stand this. No, you breathe. No. You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
Yeah, the audio is out of sync.
Be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw Clone Wars over there. I'm going
What
to
is
take
up
you
with
to
the
power
audio?
of the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
This can't just be me, right?
Let me find.
First, when I get back, we can look.
Yeah, it's not just me from the chat. Okay.
Okay, big guy.
Alright, here's gameplay. That sound effect was so good. The Warthog Classic. What is up with this? It's like lagging, the audio's off, it's stuttering. What is up with the stream? The lighting is beautiful. So far the gameplay seems pretty, standard to what I know of Halo, which is admittedly not a lot, but yeah. I really like the somewhat minimalist music, like the drum and oh wait, no, I'm dumb. That's literally the gunfire, I think. Oh no, there are drums, never mind. Ooh. That theme, it's way too iconic, man. Oh, is that grappling hook new, or has that been in games before? Well, that was kind of cool. That one enemy sounds like Toad. The one that said, like, "Let's go." Sounds like Toad from Super Mario.
your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was
That sounds like Clancy Brown. Wonder if that is him.
We are one step ahead. Always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriox.
I don't have much attachment to Halo or really know the story much at all, so this really is not doing much for me, to be honest. The gameplay seemed pretty good, but also kind of standard. The grappling hook was cool. I feel like that might be something new, but I'm not sure. But I wonder if like the big Halo fans, if this is like impressing them or not, or if this. I just wonder what they think right now, because as someone who's only played like a small amount of the first Halo multiplayer, this is just kind of alright to me, you know. Not mind-blowing, but also not terrible. Alright. Holiday 2020, so no date. That's most... I think I'll bet on that being like a launch title for Xbox Series X. It has to be. You know?
We hope you enjoyed your first look at Halo Infinite's campaign. I'm incredibly proud of the team at 343.
Yeah, the audio
We're thrilled to share a hint
is
of the
completely
epic battles
off.
that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey. This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343. For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last two Halo games combined. Halo Infinite has been built from the ground up to take full advantage of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual effects, displayed with 10 times the processing power per pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring to life in ways that have never been possible before. We look forward
Well, I'm
to
trying to
sharing
find like
even
another
more about
stream
Halo
that's not
Infinite in the coming
lagging.
month, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
World premiere.
Nah, it seems like the lag is everywhere, so. I think I found a stream that's not lagging. State of Decay 3, okay.
Welcome everyone to the Xbox Game Showcase. Today,
we're showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox game studios, including unveils of 5 new first-party games. What you will see today is how Xbox game studios are harnessing their passions to bring their dreams to life. We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Game Pass is the best way to discover and play. Is the best way to discover and play. And we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play. These games will look
Sorry, I'm switching over to better.
Performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next generation console. And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow
Hopefully
every
this will.
to realize their full vision.
Okay, this is much better.
Always push the limits of our hardware is Turn 10. And they're early in development on the next Forza Motorsport.
I knew Forza would be here.
Series X is bringing them closer to their dream of unprecedented realism with ray tracing and native 4K resolution, all at 60 frames per second. The trailer you're about to see was captured completely in-engine.
World premiere.
Alright, here's Forza. I knew they had to be here. I'm not really interested in, you know, that type of racing game. I'll take Mario Kart over Forza or even Gran Turismo any day, to be honest. Visually, it looks like outstanding. Like, it looks pretty realistic, to be honest. But it's not a game I'm interested in playing, even though it does look like visually very, you know, technical. Oh, here's Rare. Oh wait, yeah, they're. What's the name of that game that they showed off? Everwild, right?
Our world.
I guess that's what this is.
Rhythm. We all sense it, but only a few truly feel it. It is found in the smallest moments, in every step of a perilous journey, in the symmetry of ritual, in the bonds we share.
This is giving me Avatar: The Last Airbender vibes.
And in moments of stillness, it teaches us to look beyond the expected. To be a light in dark places. To seek answers. And to stand watch over our world. Our world has a rhythm.
Okay, now it's definitely reminding me
We
of
all sense it,
Avatar.
but only a few truly feel it.
Everyone. Okay, but what is the game though? Okay. Like, it visually looked cool, but alright, let's see.
Everwild will give to you a magical and untamed natural world for you to explore and to just truly lose yourself in. It's a place to be eternal. And Eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature and connects every living thing. The team here at Rare are so excited to be working on something like Everwild, and I hope you're excited too. But I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's shown their support and love, and for the incredible, awesome, positive community that's already growing around this game. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, okay, I still don't know what the game is really, but
Whoa. I just got hit with a flood of memories.
Love you, Mom.
You seeing what I'm seeing?
Mom?
this reminds me.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say that. Don't nod. I was saying this reminds me a lot of Life is Strange.
That they don't
That's what I was gonna say. So this from Don't
We
Nod.
all
Okay.
believed that what happened that night was self-defense. But we couldn't be sure.
I still haven't played Life is Strange 2. I have it downloaded on my PlayStation, but I gotta play it. I really loved Life is Strange, the first one, a lot.
Brother, sister, we look out for each other.
It doesn't matter that finding the truth feels impossible.
We're all done with fairy tales.
The only thing that matters is you're my brother. And the only way to move forward is to keep looking back.
We've been getting these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional. Everything we thought we knew about Marianne just got thrown out the window.
She loved you.
She attacked you. We both saw it.
I really like these like story-based
I thought
type
coming
games.
here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
I don't know like what genre's called, but you know, games like Life is Strange.
Nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
I can't do this.
I'm guessing that's gonna be like the main gameplay mechanic. It's like seeing like the spirits and whatnot. Tell me why. That game seems okay. I'm interested in it. So far, that's the game I'm most interested in the whole showcase. So, Moon Studios.
Hey everyone, my name is Gennady. I'm the co-founder and director of technology at Moon Studios. Today we're very excited to tell
they
you
do
we're
Ori.
working on a very, very special version of Ori and the Will of the
I still haven't
Wisps,
played it.
specifically for Xbox
I heard
Series
it's really,
X.
really good.
We're now at a time where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame
Didn't that
rates
come to
previously
Switch? Or at
absolutely
least the first one?
impossible on any console.
Or I feel
An
maybe it
already
hasn't.
gorgeous game like Ori can now run at 120 Hz refresh rate in full 4K HDR in its highest quality, delivering unprecedented
120
game feel with
FPS.
silky smooth animation, super crisp,
Nice.
sharp image, and low input latency, which is just so important for the tight and precise platforming feel of this game. We can also boost the immersion in different spaces in our world by using premium audio tech that we previously just could not simulate in real time. And with all of this crazy hardware power, we can give our players more options with how they want to play our game. We can't wait for all of you to experience this very special version of Ori coming to Xbox Series X with smart delivery later this year.
Okay.
From the
Oh,
farthest
okay.
reaches of the universe comes the biggest mystery in the galaxy.
Outer
abandoned
Worlds, right?
research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue.
Marvel of the Gorgon asteroid.
Like I was interested in this game, but I haven't. Still didn't pick it up.
Full of salacious secrets.
I don't know. I still might pick it up one day, you know.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking downright.
I dig the style of the game. You know?
With the right kind of case,
They wanted us to develop a miracle drug.
can put you on the wrong side of a gun. Or sword. Or this thing. Thrills. Danger. Intrigue.
A word of advice before you go, Captain? Trust no one.
What will you find on Gorgon?
He said it seems like a DLC.
Cannot bring you any drinks in its current state.
That's cool. Dora the Explorer?
If you're waiting
Oh, that game.
for the biggest game,
The one where you're small. I forgot what that's called, but
wait
yeah.
for Cyberpunk. But if you're ready for the smallest, we've got you covered.
This game actually looks really, really cool, to be honest.
From Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of games that are nothing like this one.
This is the best trailer so far, too.
This summer, strive together to thrive together. Or just feed your friend to the spiders and go solo.
Oh, that's a Battletoad. That's funny. This looks really cool. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, kind of, you know, feel. Grounded. Oh, that's a really good game. Oh, that comes out soon. Is that only on Xbox? Because that game actually looks pretty interesting.
We're dedicated to pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we do every day when we come to the office, and we can't wait for you to play our next great adventure, Peril on Gorgon. It's the first of 2 planned story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the Private Division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview and on Steam Early Access. We want to hear from you, and we want to continue
That's on
to build
Steam
Grounded
also,
together.
okay.
Oh yeah, if you've been wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
Oh.
World premiere.
We have always known war.
Seems like a medieval
It forged our
type of
empire,
RPG game.
turned heroes into queens and kings, and decimated our foes. Now our oaths are lost, forsaken. And you must face the monsters our sins have borne.
But it looks familiar. Have they announced this game before?
Worth the wait.
Or is this something new? Avowed. I don't know, that sounds familiar. Is that it? Like have they announced that game before? Or is it just that it's not unique and that there's been games like that before? I don't know which one it is.
First-person RPG set in the fantasy world
Okay,
of
booty.
Eora. When Obsidian Entertainment joined Xbox Game Studios, they told us that this epic game is the one they want to make. As creators of critically acclaimed RPGs, this is Obsidian at their best. and it is being built from the ground up to take full advantage of the power of Xbox Series X. At Xbox Game Studios, we also work with independent developers, always with the goal of empowering them to bring their ideas to life. I'm excited to announce our work with Interior Night, a new studio led by some of the most talented storytellers in our industry. Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
Bonjour, I'm Caroline from Interior Night. Our team is really passionate about interactive storytelling because when you play a story, you step into the character's shoes. You get to experience their fears, their hopes, their conflicts firsthand. And in the process, you learn more about yourself. And this is quite powerful. Our first game spans 30 years in the American Southwest. It's a story about family, resilience, and sacrifice. But most of all, it's about how you will shape the fate of real, flawed people trying to find their way in a world they don't fit in. I hope you enjoyed the trailer.
World premiere.
Fortune, fortune, smile and fade. I haven't seen you much of late. I need you now.
I like the logo. It's like the screenplay.
We were on our
Interior
way to start
Night.
a new life that summer. For our family, it was just a stopover.
Oh, interesting.
Mine. It was the end of the
The
road.
look is really interesting.
On the ground now. The sun went down.
Kind of reminds me
all
of
us that day.
like the Grand Theft Auto like loading screens.
Was it fate?
But that's what the whole game looks like.
Coincidence? No. It was a long forgotten secret.
The 2D mixed with like 3D look is pretty interesting.
All my life, I've been scared of the shadows. But now, I'm finally ready to step into the light. I got your letters.
As dusk falls. Oh, come on. Just what I needed. Okay.
Here at
Ninja Theory.
we're hard at work on all of our projects, including Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2.
That little like
which we announced at the
tech
Game
demo
Awards
or whatever
back
that
in
they showed
December.
of Hellblade or
An
this game, yeah, it looks really,
3.5
really
million players have now experienced Senua's story in Hellblade
looks like
Senua's
really
Sacrifice. We're excited to
good.
start
Like the
giving you
graphics are very
insight into
impressive.
what
There.
comes next for our Celtic Warrior. An experience that will be
I still haven't played it, but
Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC.
I hear it's good.
I'm happy to reveal today that Senua's Saga will be set in the beautiful country of Iceland. And you can find out more about our location scouting and how we've discovered the history of our setting in a brand new behind-the-scenes development diary, which you can view straight after the show on the Ninja Theory YouTube channel.
Iceland is a really like interesting location for a video game.
It's
in my
been so
opinion.
touching to see the impact that Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's story so far. And we're excited for you to be part of our development journey from here on out.
Oh, Double Fine Studios. Okay. So I'm guessing this will be Psychonauts too. I'm guessing.
What? Peter?
Hey,
Peter, he's
Jack.
been sitting there the whole time? Hey, who wrote the song? Peter. Oh, Peter. fantastic work.
It'd be cool if they did another Brutal Legend also.
It's gonna be fun to sing it. Now it's time to rock.
But this has to
So
be.
let's start rocking?
Yeah, this has to be Psychonauts. Yeah.
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins.
I haven't played Psychonauts, but I know it's like a cult classic game. Man, I still can't believe Microsoft bought Double
Where
Fine.
are we?
Shh. It's a quiet place.
Lost alone, neither skin nor bone. Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's blown at the bottom of a lake of frozen feeling. When my friend
By the way, if you guys don't watch Jablinski Games on YouTube, you're missing out. That's probably the best celebrity YouTube channel out there. I love Jack Black. Oh, that's cool.
Senses are the magic keys. They fill the holes I've had. Unlocking all my memories.
Feel Mobile. Just like the different senses. But yeah, like sight, taste, yeah. They have like the hand for feel, and like you have the ear for sound. Interesting. I still have to play the first game, but that game definitely like looked cool. And do you know what Double Fine game I really like was the Day of the Tentacle remastered. That was really cool.
Built by Xbox Game Studios, and there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox. We are partnering with thousands of creators, from the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers, to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too. I'm thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the more than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September. For Game Pass Ultimate members, Destiny 2 will also be playable on mobile from the cloud. Later this year, Bungie will also release a new version of Destiny 2 that is optimized for Xbox Series X. 4K resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
I'm not really interested in Destiny either.
I've seen terrible things born out in the darkness. Every moment brings them closer. It's time to step beyond the light.
But I feel like from the consensus I gather from the internet is that for Halo, people miss like, you know, when Bungie was doing it, and that 343 hasn't. They feel like capture like the essence of the series. And I would have thought, like back then at least, that like Microsoft would have bought Bungie, but I guess not. I bet they wish they did now.
This is Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Some of the world's most inspired developers are working on games for Xbox Series X, and we're just honored to be able to collaborate with them. Xbox Series X will empower both new and experienced creators to bring the future of games to life like never before. Unique perspectives, unexpected innovations, and fresh voices that demand to be heard and that we can't wait for you to discover. All of the games you're about to see are being built to launch exclusively on Xbox consoles. Thanks and enjoy.
World premiere.
Console launch exclusive. Okay. Game World? Is that the name of the studio, or? Don't tell me this is Dead Rising, because I know they've done like exclusives with Xbox before. Or maybe not. What is this? This reminds me of, man, what's the name of that movie? Like from Russia, where they go into like this certain zone or whatever, and like, yeah, whatever. Like things are all like weirdy within that zone. Stalker 2. Oh wait. The name of the movie is something like that too.
World premiere.
I don't even know what Stalker 1 was, but okay. Stalker 2. I'll think of the name of the movie later. Okay, I wonder what this is.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigations. Our recon squad has been sent to
Fat Shark.
6 of the Hive to determine the full extent of the unrest. I'll know more when they make it back.
Warhammer Dark Tide.
They make it back.
Okay. That one doesn't really interest me at all, to be honest. I haven't played anything from Warhammer.
World premiere.
You were born, something changed. My heart could not contain the miracle of this world and all that it creates. With every passing day, the winds might grow stronger, carry us away, but we will hold on to joy to light the way.
Is this gonna be Tetris? Cause I see like the bricks. Yeah, definitely Tetris. I should have known from that guy wearing the Tetris like jacket or whatever. Oh come on, no! Don't do this to me now. Okay. I feel like every console gets like some sort of exclusive Tetris game. Okay, Tetris, that's cool. Oh, whoa. Okay, I didn't see that one coming at all. You can connect like the different ones. That's cool, cool. Tetris effect connected. Okay, it's not gonna make me get an Xbox. It's Tetris, you know. Plenty. Every other console has Tetris. Oh, I like SteamWorld. I like those games a lot.
Scan's a no-go. Sure you want to drop here?
Hell yeah. Already lacing up my boots back here.
What we got? Another good-for-nothing space rock?
Whoa. Hold on, let me check.
It's interesting to see like them do a 3D game. I don't know if they have before, but all the games I'm familiar with have been like those 2D games.
Rex, you're not gonna believe this. Ouch! What the?
The gunk. I don't know, the game seems alright. A lot of console launch exclusives. I wonder how long they're going to be exclusive for. To me right now, these console launch exclusives just means I can wait until it comes out on PlayStation or somewhere else, to be honest. None of these games like scream that, oh, I need to play them immediately.
With a dead girl. A forest. The moon. Scent of pines. And then the gunshot. Every story has two sides. A regular, rational one, but also a darker and deeper truth. Not unlike a nightmare. I can see both. Worse, I can live them.
Hello? Anyone there?
Dual reality gameplay. What? Okay, that's crazy.
What is this place?
Rendered simultaneously. That's kind of cool, actually. I'm guessing it's not literally split screen like that. I bet it's you just switch between the two. But either way, that's pretty cool. Or maybe some of it is split screen. I don't know. The Medium. That seems pretty cool, actually.
World premiere.
Again, like maybe I could wait till it comes out on another console, but yeah, so far the Medium is looking really good, actually. Oh, Sega? Oh, what is this gonna be? This is probably not Sonic Adventure, which would have been awesome, but oh, Phantasy Star Online. Okay. I've never played it, but I know people really, really love Phantasy Star Online. Man, it would be really cool to get a new Sonic game. Like, imagine Sonic Adventure 3 or Sonic Adventure 1 or 2, like a remaster. That would be so awesome. I know Phantasy Star Online 2, like in particular, was like massive. So this is a pretty good get for Microsoft to be a console launch exclusive. Okay, I'm probably not going to play this, but I'm sure this is getting some people like really excited. New Genesis, Phantasy Star Online 2. Okay, they're still on Phantasy Star Online 2. I feel like, oh yeah, the 20th anniversary.
Luis Torres, I've seen your future. Global risk is scared of the weapon you will become.
Okay.
Destiny chose me to save this world.
This seems really generic, to be honest.
I will see it done.
Blacklist. We make our own.
Really?
We protect our own.
They're doing like the X gonna give it to you, like slowed down rendition of it. Trying to be like slow and dramatic.
17 seconds.
Okay, that's a little bit ridiculous. No. Sorry, Crossfire X, but really? This kind of reminds me a little bit of like the G.I. Joe live action movies, you know, like the really bad ones. This is what this kind of reminds me of. Nah, I wasn't feeling that game. Sorry.
Today, you saw 10 world premieres and 22 console launch exclusives. Game Pass members can play every game you have seen today from Xbox Game Studios and all of our
that's really
partners
cool.
in the subscription or free to play. This is just a peek at some of the new titles coming to
Xbox Games
Series
Pass
X.
is really,
And some of the games you already
that's
love
like a
and some you have
game
yet to
changer for
play
real.
will also be optimized for Xbox
But I don't know if
Series
it's enough for me
Games
to,
like
you know,
Forza Horizon 4, Gears
fork
5,
over
and
however
Sea of Thieves. You'll
hundreds
get
of
the
dollars
next
the
gen
Xbox Series
upgrades
X is going to be.
no additional cost when they launch.
And also the
You can
smart
expect
delivery
a
is
lineup of over
really consumer friendly.
100 titles for Xbox Series X this holiday season. With Series X and Game Pass, Xbox is the place to play, and you are at the center of everything we do. Now,
But how many
you
of the
may have noticed
exclusive
we
games, you
didn't
know,
get to visit
am I
all of our
really
Xbox
gonna,
Game Studios today. That means we'll have more to share
am I really gonna
later
like,
this year. But until
really
then,
want to play?
here's one more thing.
Oh, this has to be like
World
Fable.
premiere.
It's been rumored. Yeah, and the rumors that Playground Games is going to do it. Yeah, I'm willing to bet this is Fable.
Filled with stories.
AKA Fables.
Heroes and treacherous villains. Of fantastical creatures and wondrous places.
Yeah, I've never
where nature
been into Fable or played it.
live in perfect.
But I know it's definitely a fan favorite franchise.
Not all stories have happy endings. But yours has yet to be.
Yeah, Fable. Okay, I feel like that's all they're gonna show with the game. Just a little tease. But yeah, I'm sure people are really hype over Fable. So yeah, that was the showcase, I guess. I know I'm biased, but I try to keep an open mind throughout this whole thing. But overall, I was just left feeling kind of meh. Like, not too many games I was really, really interested in. And even then, the ones that I were seemed to be only console launch exclusives or not exclusive at all, really. So I honestly could just wait to play it on another console. You know, like Halo, didn't really push me to feel like I have to like jump into series now or anything like that. Forza, I'm not really interested in, but Fable's a cool announcement. And also some of them, they didn't really show any gameplay or not enough gameplay for me to really get a grasp on what the game is. Psychonauts 2, that seems like the best exclusive that they've shown so far. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna pick up the Xbox Series X actually. They really need to impress me more, I think. There needs to be more games. But the Game Pass and Smart Delivery is actually, I don't know, more influential or more what's the word I'm looking for? More persuasive, you know, than the actual games itself. Just like the concept of Smart Delivery and the Xbox Game Pass is really enticing to me, but I don't know if I'm gonna fork over all that money, you know. Who knows how much it's gonna cost, but anyways, yeah, that was the showcase. I'm Dante Walton. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.